Swagatam. Yoga Pranali, streams of yoga, 4 streams of yoga. Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga. And there is a unity in all these 4 streams of yoga. You start with Jnana Yoga, all other things also will start coming up. That is the Samarasya that the 18 verses talked about. So Jnana Yoga, as you know, is the path of intellect, the path of discrimination, the path of analysis. Bhakti Yoga is the path of emotions, how to purify the emotions, how to go to the subtler and subtler emotions and go to the source from where all emotions arise. And the Raja Yoga, also known as the Patanjali Yoga, is the path of willpower, how to use the mind, how to shape the mind, how to mold the mind, focus the mind, defocus the mind, and go to the source from where all thoughts arise. That is the path of Patanjali or the Raja Yoga as named by Swami Vivekananda. And all these things have to be brought into action. Every action should become a yoga. Yoga is a way of life. That is the Karma Yoga. Every action we do should be converted into yoga. That is the dimension. And this Samarasya, not only in the ultimate goal that all these things reach us, that the moksha, but at every level there are the commonalities, there is the unity. That's what we have started seeing. In the shloka that we chanted today, we go to the shloka number 10. Ascharyavat pashyati kachchidenam.
Ascharyavat pashyati kachchidenam.
Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyah.
Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyah.
Ascharyavat chainam anyashrunoti.
Ascharyavat chainam anyashrunoti.
Shrutvapyenam vedanachaiva kaschit. Padavicheda. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschit enam. Ascharyavat vadati tatha eva cha anyaha. Ascharyavat cha enam anyaha shrunoti. Shrutva api enam veda na cha eva kaschit. That's how we have to split the words. Kaschit enam ascharyavat pashyati cha anyaha tatha eva ascharyavat vadati. Anyasto ascharyavat enam shrunoti. Shrutvapi kaschit vedana chaiva kaschit. Some people get the vision which is miraculous. Ascharyavat is surprised to see fantastic Rupa. Vishwarupa Darshana that was given by Shri Krishna. And Arjuna is saying he is bewildered. All Devatas were bewildered to see the fantastic Rupa that Krishna lives. Anyaha ascharyavat vadati. When they see that, they start speaking about it. Oh, what a fantastic thing I got! What a fantastic thing I got! You know, the poetry comes out of them, and Upanishad comes out of them, and all such things comes out of them in the form of speech. Anyaha ascharyavat shrunoti. Some other people hear the sounds, anahata sounds, the deeper sounds, the innate sounds, and they are wonderfully enchanted with them. And In spite of all these things, hearing, seeing, and experiencing, nobody knows what it is, who it is, and what is its feature. Because it is beyond knowing, it is beyond space, it is beyond talk, it is beyond space, time, causation. It is that all-pervasive reality. So, nobody can know what it is. Nobody can hear what it is. So, they are all beyond space, time, causation. They are beyond mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. And that's our original state. The beauty is, that's our original state. The state from where the whole creation has come. State from where all of us are born. And what is the speciality of the state? It is infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, infinite power, infinite freedom. That's what is bewildering. It's so surprising to see that. And that is the state that starts occurring when there is an explosion inside. In Raja Yoga, in the Patanjali Yoga, we have Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana. Culmination of Dhyana is Samadhi. The Samadhi is an explosion inside. Similarly, in the Jnana Yoga, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, and the Jnana is an explosion inside. So in the path of Bhakti, Kama, Prema, then Bhakti and Sakshatkara. Sakshatkara is an explosion inside. And in Karma Yoga, you go through Tamas to Rajas, Rajas to Sattva, and expand yourself to things which are beyond the gunas, the explosion inside. Explosion is an expansion of the consciousness. Not when we all operate in certain level, we are going to do this thing. But a stage will come when purification occurs, then there is going to be a sudden explosion, a much higher level. And that is the one that brings surprise, that brings the bewildered dimension. And they're so happy. And wonderful gnana comes out. And people even fly up some things to happen. So that is the stage of explosion. Do we have similar thing in the physical world? Yes. This is called as quantum jump. Now, if you take an atom, there is the nucleus and there are the electrons swimming around, neutrons, protons, neutrons, and the electron is swimming around continuously, fast, near the velocity of light. Then you go on putting certain amount of energy. It goes on absorbing. But when some quantum of energy is absorbed, then the electron jumps into the next orbit. It vanishes here and appears here. No time gap. This is called quantum jump. How much of energy? It can be calculated. That h nu. Planck's constant is a new thing. So if you give that much of energy, then the E, the electron, is going to jump to a higher orbit. From that orbit, again you give energy. When it comes to h nu, then it jumps to the next orbit. So it goes on jumping from one orbit to another orbit goes on in the physical world. It's a very established thing. You can see that. Similarly in the mind also, the mind jumps from our normal level to a higher level when certain level of purification occurs. Just like certain amount of energy is absorbed by the electron to go to the higher level, similarly when certain amount of purity comes, then the mind jumps to a higher thing. What is the result of that explosion or expansion? It is tremendous amount of bliss and tremendous amount of knowledge, tremendous amount of creativity and freedom. And this is the one that Krishna is talking about here. So whether you take Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, in all these things there is an explosion, there is an expansion, there is a jump from our normal level to a higher level of consciousness, featured by bliss, knowledge, power, freedom. Therefore when you get that, you get bewildered. Oh, so fantastic, so fantastic. Therefore, some people see that with great surprise. Some people talk about that with great surprise. And some people hear that with great surprise. Acharyavat pashyati, acharyavat shunoti, acharyavat vadati. No? So a surprise comes to you. Oh, fantastic, I have never got this thing. No? And this is the wonderful thing that we all have to get. I remember we had one of the persons who came from England and he wanted to stay here and he first went to Jindal, then he didn't like, he came over here and he heard about this wonderful knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. He said, when you go on calming down the mind, dhyana, sit in dhyana for more and more time, then it leads you to the samadhi. Silence is bliss, bliss is knowledge, knowledge is power, power is freedom, and everything you get, bliss. Therefore, he asked our coordinator at the time Gita was, Sir, Gita, can I stay for one more day? He said, fine, one more day. He stayed for 21 days. He came for just a visit. And he was going away. Then we had one VIP, and he asked, oh dear, you are such a busy man. You are the ambassador of France to England, and you came just here for a visit for one day. What made you to stay for 21 days? No. He was very humorous. He said, sir, if you go there on this side, in that southern west side, there is a rock that is known as the Swati rock. That rock made me stay here. I said, what are you talking? A rock? Have you not seen rocks everywhere? What is so special about that rock? Then he said, if you sit on that rock, you have a wonderful expansive view. What he used to do every morning, he will go there, by about 5:30, and sit on the rock, go on sitting and tuning himself to that infinite expanse. So in the sunrise, he will tune with that. And he comes, have breakfast, and again he goes there by 9 o'clock. It was around November, December time. It was very pleasant weather. He was sitting there up to 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And he'll come, have his food, take a little rest. Again he goes there by about 3:30 and sits there up to 6:30, the sunset. And it went on and on. He said, initial days were very difficult for me. The mind was jumping around, come on, what you are doing, wasting your time, go. But I said, no, I am going to calm down my mind. I want to calm down. Let the thoughts calm down. Went on doing that with the intelligence. And third day, fourth day, fifth day went on. Slowly the mind started coming in my control. And mind started becoming calmer and calmer. And more silence, more and more peace. And as I went on and on, it was on 18th day, I got such a tremendous expansion, as if there was an explosion inside. And I was so happy. And he said, see my dear, I am born very rich, silver spoon in my mouth. I had all luxuries. My parents were very billionaires. And I had all the luxuries of life. And I was very intelligent. I was first in all my classes, primary education, higher education, everything, number one rank. And I got a very good position. And then I got married. My wife is the most beautiful dancer of France, Paris. And we had 2 children. And now I have been sent as the ambassador to England by my government. Then you could imagine how much of happiness I would have got. All types of sensual pleasures I have got, and I have got happiness. But the amount of happiness that I got here, is something like 10,000 more than the best of the happiness I got in my life. This is life. Therefore, Acharyavat, the Acharyavat Pashyati. When you get these things, tremendous amount of bliss. And he went back and supported our work in London. And even now is helping us. That is explosion. So once you get all of the things will go away. All of the appear to be so trivial. And I have another great example of Girish Babu, great drunkard in Calcutta. And he was a very good man, But he was a great drunkard. All the time he used to be drinking and then eating that. Everybody was saying, oh Girish, you are such a wonderful man, such a fine man. If only you leave this drinking, how fantastic it would be. He said, why should I leave? It gives me so much of happiness, so much of bliss it gives me. Why should I leave? Nobody was able to convince him. Somebody said, why don't you go to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa there? And he said, okay, I'll go. And he went to Dakshineshwar. And as he reached Dakshineshwar, Ramakrishna was coming there. Somebody has started singing. And immediately Ramakrishna went into Bhava Samadhi. And Girish is looking at him. He was beaming with bliss, happiness coming out. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then slowly Ramakrishna opens his eye. With such brilliance, fragrance of bliss and emanation coming out of him. And Girish goes to him. And Ramakrishna looks at him. Girish asks, what brand? What brand? It's what? I have drunk all types of wine of all brands, but I never got this amount of happiness. So what is that brand that you have drunk? He says, Ramakrishna also is very humorous. He says, God brand. You what? I will show you. Come. And Girish is shown. And slowly all his things drops out. And then he gets that God brand becomes the biggest disciple of Sri Ramakrishna. This is the yoga path. That's why Krishna said, Ascharyavat Pashyati. When you look at that, when he looked at Ramakrishna, he was seeing something miraculous, something stupendous, something wonderful, something surprising, which he could not imagine. Because he got all kinds of wines he had taken, and drinks he had done, and all brands he had tested. Nothing gave him so much of happiness. So that is the Samadhi experience. And then the healing powers come, or even dreaded diseases like cancer can just vanish. This is what Dr. Deepak Chopra wrote in his quantum healing. People who were declared dead in 3 more days, suddenly something happens, they become completely normal. Biopsies show that cancer is completely gone. How is it? Is it just an accident? He said no. In the second part of his book, Quantum Healing, he was reading, it is all experiencing of Samadhi, experience of this explosion, experience of this expansion inside. Then all the healing powers will come and it will devastate even the cancer, dreaded diseases like cancer. So that is what many people have experienced here. Therefore, we have to move towards this stage. Whatever path you are taking, Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, you must move towards this thing where you get an explosion, expansion, tremendous bliss. And that will ennoble you and make you divine. There is going to be a metamorphic transformation in your entire life. You are a changed person. This is what Krishna has been telling us, and let us start moving towards it. So let us contemplate on this part. Sit tight with the eyes closed. Relax all parts of the body. Beautiful smile on the face. Take a deep breath and slowly breathe out. Look at the thoughts. As you slow down the breathing, the thoughts also slow down. Then you understand how a thought comes up and goes down. The thought is created, sustained, and destroyed in a fraction of a second. And a gap, silence. Thought, silence. Thought, silence. Observe in the mind. So when you understand that silence is spreading everywhere, and in the silence the thoughts come and go, come and go. That silence is peace, peace is bliss, bliss is the one that brings explosion inside, to bring the surprise, wonder, and wonderful happiness, unparalleled bliss at the growth process. Let us spread the fragrance of the bliss to everyone by acts of good service. Do something good every day. Giving, giving, giving to become the life. Come to Namaskar Mudra.